Nothing was lifted from my house. Not even a single chair was picked.
We have no reason. Nobody has any reason to give you. Even it's biblical or Islamic reason. Nobody.
Wani alhaji ne ma ɓoye mutanen mu da yawa wurin nan da suke muna zaman lafiya wurin da su.
Sakamakon al'amarin motar da nake aiki da ita an kona ta.
Dole za ka ji zafi amma abin da Allah ya kaddara maka ai ba mai kankare maka ko?
Crisis today, crisis tomorrow in Plateau.
Dan Najeriya yana da 'yancin ya zauna a ko'ina.
This is Jos, the Plateau State capital, located in north-central Nigeria, with 900,000 estimated residents. Having farming as its revenue-generating pillar, Jos is one of Nigeria's cities with booming businesses. Social and cultural diversity is boldly written as the city hosts people of various backgrounds whose origin could be traced in both the north and southern region of the country. However, there is one big enemy against this ancient city: ethno-religious crisis. September 7, 2001 was an unfortunate and unforgettable bloody day. Religious fight rocked Jos. About 1,000 people were reportedly killed, with hundreds of thousands displaced. This is an aerial view of Jarawa settlement in Jos South local government area of Plateau State. 20 years ago, houses here were burned during the crisis, many residents killed while others escaped. Homeless victims resettled in neighboring settlements within the city, while others got sheltered in neighboring Plateau State.
Down there is Gentamangoro, a community in Jos North local government area of Plateau State. And this area was not populated as it is today back there in 2001. But due to the crisis that happened in 2001, many people were displaced and people came here to reside. As you can see here, the place here is populated now.
Joel Dalladi Musa is 66 and retired as a Nigeria's police officer. He lost everything to the 2001 crisis and now resides in Gentamangoro within Jos City.
I relocated because of the crisis in Jos. That my place was not safe. Everything I have was scattered. Nothing was lifted from my house. Not even a single chair was picked. It was an accident, or how would I say, or it was an act that was created by God to happen to me. So I cannot kick against it. There was no food, nothing. I have no money in the bank. I have nothing. Everything was just like that. I was thinking of where to get a place where I will put my head. And that's all. That's how I managed with old zinc and other things. And where I was looking for was to get a small place where I will put myself. That is how I got this place. If you see, to get water to drink is terrible. You see pans everywhere. They fetch water and keep to see that we shall use. That water will remain for almost 1 week or 3 weeks before we go back again to look for water.
The unrest also shattered means of survival of many, including women who struggle to keep their kids in schools. Kachalumbulus was a popular food vendor before the 2001 crisis. The 70-year-old woman recalled how she was saved by a good Samaritan.
Da dai muna zama a New Market din, a yi siya ku gwamna. To, a ranar muna ɗan kasuwanci mu lokacin da ɗan karfi ba kamar yanzu ba. Muna nan sai mun ji gari ya rude gaba ɗaya. Sai mun ji ko'ina yana amsawa. Aka ce ba yanda za mu yi kuma mu shiga ta wurin domin sun fi karfin mu a can, sun yi yawa sun fi mu. Sai da abun ya lume kuma lokacin karnena suna can, ni kuma ina ta tunanin su a can ɗin. Wani alhaji ne ma ɓoye mutanenmu da yawa a wurin ma, da shike muna zaman lafiya a wurin da su. Haka sai da abun ya dan kwanta muka shiga muka kwashe ɗan kayanmu. Kafin mun zo mun samu inda muke a nan yanzu.
A veteran journalist, Yakubu Ventim Busari, has been practicing in Plateau State through good and bad times.
I have covered so many crises here on the plateau, especially that of the 2001 crisis, where we traveled to many places. We witnessed a lot of displaced people. We witnessed a lot of new developed areas, residents. We see that crisis has been one of the sites that have displaced so many Nigerians, especially here on the plateau, since 2001. And the people, especially the Genta Adamu axis, is also not left out in the influx of people from other states and other local governments and other communities. They all assembled here.
They are much accepted by even supporting them, housing them, giving them accommodation, and feeding them as well. That is the way we harmonize our relationship with each other.
But how is the relationship between the new settlers of Genta Mangoro and their host community?
They don't have problem. They are living in peace with each other. They are living in peace. I will not tell you that they are living in peace with each other. They don't have problem.
Generally, violent conflict results to negativity. But conflict itself is natural, it's inevitable. It has both sides of life, which is because it's natural, we live with it. It can be positive, it can also be negative. So it depends on the way we respond to it. When you have violent conflict in a society, it then means that the society is unable to address its problem. The response pattern is negative. And so that's why people experience negative aspects of conflict, which is the violent conflict.
The 2001 crisis in Plateau State had displaced innocent people in villages including Kurukarama and Dilimi of Jos South local government. Also affected were residents of Yelwa community in Shandam local government and Garkawa in Mikang local government, among others. Our team was advised not to visit some of the areas for safety reasons. Some of these displaced now reside in Narabi, Magama, and a new settlement called Baramgada, all in Bauchi State.
The crisis that took place in Plateau State in 2001 has displaced thousands of people, and properties worth billions of naira were lost. And after that crisis, some of the affected communities have decided to relocate to some settlement within and outside Plateau State. And now we have taken a journey to some communities where residents of Plateau are now residing. These communities include Baramgada in Bauchi local government area and Narabi in Toro local government area of Bauchi State in northeast Nigeria. Follow us as we take you through this journey.
Narabi community, Toro local government of Bauchi State, is located about 20 kilometers away from Jos, the Plateau State capital. This settlement is hosting victims of the 2001 Jos crisis.
We received a lot of people during that period. In fact, I hosted more than 50 people in my house. People troop in, children and women, and I hosted a lot of them. And in the community hosted a number of hundreds of people here. I can remember I'm the one who came on behalf of the local government because I was staff of the local government. We gave them a plot of land, more than 200 plot of land for free to settle them here. And the then local government chairman, Alamigar Bakar, hosted them in primary schools. Gemzo Primary School, Children Fulani Primary School, and the host of a lot of primary schools. We hosted them there. We gave them blankets. The governor came down from Bauchi. The area came down from Plateau to address them and calm situations.
Rebuilding life after losing everything to a deadly crisis is not an easy task. Trust TV speaks to some indigents of Plateau who now live in Narabi community on the journey so far.
Ana samu dai ba kamar da inda kake cikin jin daɗinka da saura ba. Abubuwa dai ya ɗan sauya. Muna fama dai in akwai yau gobe babu bare yanayin rayuwa ko ba haka ba da yanzu ake ciki. Abubuwan ya daɗa turkewa. To, hakan dai muke ɗan lallaɓawa dai da sauransu. Sai dai a gode wa Allah, a yi tawakali, a rungumi ƙaddara kawai.
Tun da mu muka zo garin nan mu ba wanda ya taimake mu. Daga mu har 'ya'yanmu ba wanda ya taimake mu. Muna so yaran mu su yi makaranta ba mu da hali da za su yi makaranta. Tun da ba mu biya ma buƙatar kanmu ba balle mu sa 'ya'yan a makaranta. Mun kuma tun da muka zo nan babu wani babba da ya zo ya taɓa taimaka mana a garin nan kaf ɗinmu. Kuma nan anguwan da ka gani gaba ɗaya yawancin mu 'yan dilimin ne. A lokacin da muka zo nan Ma'azu gwamnan Bauchi lokacin iya gwamna shine ya taimake mu, shi ya raba mana wannan filin. To daga nan mu ba wanda ya ƙara taimakon mu.
Na ne sosai da nake sosai sai yanzu kuma daga baya kuma na hada da su kosai duka ba abin da ba na yi kuma na samun albarka a ciki. To da muka da nan kuma ba wani abin da kuma mutum yake yin shi gaskiya. Sai dai yara ne su yi buga-buga su samu su dan taimaka mana yara. Yanzu dai ka karfin yanzu babu, iyaye ma yanzu ba wani karfi sosai gaskiya. Ka gani? Ba dai muke zaman dai hakan nan.
Zainab Yusuf Nadabo hails from Dutse Uku in Plateau. Her family lost everything during the 2001 crisis. Since then, they reside here.
Mun zo nan mun nemi haya mun zauna cikin haya muna zaune a nan. To da nan da mazajen mu muna zaune to muna Dutse Uku an kona mana gidaje. Kuma abin sana'a da mai gidana yake aiki da shi yana tuka mota ne shi ma an kona shi da kyar muka share muka zo nan Allah dai muna da nisan kwana. To amma yanzu babban damuwar mu da muka zo nan mu mata yanzu mu matan arewa mafi yawancin mu idan aka yi la'akari mazajen mu ba su da ƙarfi. Mafi yawanci kuma mazajen mu ba su damu da wasu mafi akasarin su ba wanda ba su yi makaranta ba wasu kuma sun yi makarantar ma amma ba aikin da za su taimaka mana. To gashi Allah ya azurta mu da yaya da su amma kuma bayan da za a yi a taimaka sai dai kaga mata suna wahala. Yau kaga mata mafi yawancin matan Hausawa na nan garin wasu suna zuwa dutse suna zuwa kuza wasu suna zuwa suna fasa dutse wasu kuma suna zuwa suna yin itace duk da a rufa wa juna asiri.
Sakamakon al'amarin motar da nake aiki da ita an ƙona ta na dawo nan ba wani abin da ake illa iyaka da na dawo nan na ɗan fara ɗan taɓa noma wanda bai wuce a ɗan noma abin da za a ci sati ɗaya ko biyu saboda babu ƙarfin yin aikin. Menene ƙarfin yin aiki? Shine kuɗi da yadda za a samu taki a samu ma'aikata da za su yi. Kaga da muka samu matsalar kenan wanda har yanzu muna cikin irin wannan matsalolin da dai da al'umma mu da yawa wanda muke nan muna zauna nan a cikin ha'ula'i sai dai rufin asirin Allah.
Amid the nostalgia, some are making progress in rebuilding life. For safety, this woman chooses to be addressed Aisha Baby. The entrepreneur says despite battling to rebuild their broken hopes, memories of the 20-year-old unrest keep flashing back.
Dole za ka ji zafi, amma abin da Allah ya kaddara maka, ai ba mai kankare maka ko? Yawwa. To kaji mu dai muna fata 'ya'yanmu su ci gaba su samu karatu mai nagarta, su iya riƙe kansu kuma su guji fitina. Su guji fitina domin kaga masarautar garin nan kullum suna matasa, mu mata iyaye suna kiran mu su zaunar da mu, ku sa 'ya'yanku makaranta ku riƙa musu tarbiyya. In ka ga ɗan maƙocinka ya lalace, ka yi ƙoƙari ka mashi faɗa saboda shi zai iya ɓata naka. To wannan muna kan gode musu akan irin wannan namijin ƙoƙari da suke mana. Harkan sana'a kan ai ba zai taɓa farfadowa kamar na da ba. Shekara 20 yara kuma suna kan girma. Keke ɗaya nake da shi gashi nan, wannan ne Allah ya bani gashi kaga yadda keken ya tsufa. Ban samu na yi wani ba. Kuma ba wai bana ɗinkin ba, ana kawowa ina yi in samu na kwabo taro da sisi, amma ka gani ana kashewa ne ba na ajiyewa ba ne.
The economic effect of the devastating ethno-religious horror are never meager.
The economic effect is enormous that you can measure from the individual level to the state level. Poverty level increases because people find themselves unable to produce for themselves. Somebody displaced doesn't have access to farmlands. If you're a farmer, people who are used to whatever handwork you are doing, you need people to patronize you. Even though you still have your skills, who will you serve? Unless you migrate to a community that is peaceful to operate. So it affects you economically. So one of the things that people who are displaced face in the camp usually includes the fact that they are disempowered economically. The productivity level is not there. Even those that are skilled don't have anything to do.
On a positive note, young men like Yahya Falalu and Awal Musa have established businesses in Narabi and don't want to go back to Jos anymore.
I prepare to stay here and doing my job peacefully because crisis today, crisis tomorrow in Plateau. This will not allow me to do my job successfully more than the way I did it here.
An raba ni da mahaifata, in na tuna dai dole zan dan ji ba daɗi dai haka. Amma kuma rayuwar can din ba lalle mutum ya koma ya ci gaba da rayuwa a can haka ba, saboda bare yiwu bane ba ma.
Malam Shuaibu Abubakar, who was displaced from Angwan Rimi, is now a community leader in Narabi village.
And Alhamdulillah, when we came here, the people of this community, they have done to the best of their ability in order to assist all those that migrated as a result of Jos crisis. Because they share some food items to us, part of their clothes, and even money. They have assisted us in all possible way. They sympathize with us, and Alhamdulillah.
People of Narabi community have acknowledged that the Plateau residents who came to the district after the 2001 crisis brought positive changes.
The marketing activities, then we don't have even welders here. You understand what I mean? Development. We had development, so we have achieved the good things that come with development, and we're experiencing the bad things that come with development.
We arrived Bauchi local government on our journey to Baramgada, founded by those displaced after the 2001 crisis. After spending some years in camps, the then governor of Bauchi State, Ahmed Muazu, allocated lands to the IDPs. They now live peacefully in their new village.
Shugaban ƙasa ya zo, Obasanjo, ya zo ya ziyarce mu, ya tambaye mu muna so mu koma Plateau ne ko kuma muna so a sama mana wuri a Bauchi. Sai muka ce to mu muna so a sama mana wuri a Bauchi. Shine ce to dan Najeriya yana da yancin ya zauna a ko'ina. Saboda haka ga gwamna Ahmed Adamu Ma'azu ga shugaban ƙasa za a sama mana wuri. To dalilin da yasa kenan suka nema mana wuri a wannan baram wanda ake kiranta baram gada. Aka zo aka yanka mana fulotai, aka ce mu yi gini iya ƙarfinmu, kuma za su taimaka mana da katako da zin, kuma haka aka yi. Idan ka yi ciki biyu za a baka katako bandir biyu, mai da suna zin bandir biyu da katako 40. In ka yi ciki uku za a baka bandir 3 da katako guda 60. Kuma duk yawan mun nan sai da kowa ya samu.
The people of Baramgada are now making progress as they strive to rebuild back what they lost to the 2001 crisis in Plateau State.
I like living in this place, in Bauchi State, because it's more better for me. It's here that I form my education It's here that the condition of my life start from this Plateau State. I love this Plateau State. I can't go back to Plateau again.
Da a can da nake yi har ga Allah banda muhalli a ce nawa da sauransu, kuma yanzu na zo da wanda aka bani da wanda kuma na yi su, alhamdulillah na yi su da dama. Na gina gidaje wanda nake ciki da iyalaina, kuma muna cikin rufin asiri da sauransu.
And the government have provided with hospitals, schools, many things, boreholes. We don't have problem of water, electricity, many communities that will make use of it here now. We are now okay.
Bauchi State government has been supporting them with some social amenities. This hospital was built by the government, but it has no gynecology ward for pregnant women, and the community is now building that with collective effort.
Address the issue of individual economic position, poverty, displacement and dislodgement, inability to meet your daily needs. By moving to other communities, some of them got support from Bauchi State government and from federal government in terms of skills. And some on their own, with the new place, they're able to use their skill to start doing something for themselves. Some people are organizers, they go somewhere and they become very productive. Some people start new family lives in the area, they feel welcome. And so these are positive dimension of it. People rebuilding their society, and if you ask them to go back, for many reasons they will not go back. One, he has got a trade. Some people don't have career before, he's able to get something doing. Some have something doing before, it's not productive. Now in the new environment, they are booming, they are making money, they're becoming part of the elite of the community. So will he leave that and want to go back to where there's crisis? It depends on how much attachment they have to it. So these are some of the positive side of it. Even within religious group and ethnic groups, there's some realignment.
We have no reason, nobody has any reason to give me. Even it's biblical or Islamic reason, nobody has any reason to give me. It's only selfish reasons that make people to fight. They came and made us Christian and Muslim in this community where we living together in peace. This church has been there since 50s. Since early 50s, this church has been here. There has never been quarrel between the Muslim and the... Why will you quarrel? Nobody is stopping anybody from doing anything. So there is no basis, there is no reason. Everybody should know his limit. Just live within your own limit. And we don't have to fight. There is no progress in fighting. You are lynching people, innocent people. The worst thing is that you kill innocent people. So I don't think there's any basis. My message is we should live in peace. That is why we are suffering. If we want to live in peace, if we want God to be happy with us, we should respect ourselves. We should respect human life. That's what God says. We should respect human life. We are one. There is nobody that's different. We are the same thing.